How my daughter's boyfriend finally won me over. I never thought my little girl would bring home a guy like Julian. She grew up on a farm. But Julian? Julian was a certified city boy. He showed up to our house wearing loafers, a puffy vest, and holding an iced oat milk latte. He even said the word synergy at the dinner table. Twice. I am a simple guy. I like old trucks and quiet weekends. Julian seemed like the kind of guy who would call a mechanic to change a wiper blade. For the first 6 months, I barely spoke to him. I'd just give him the classic dad nod and walk away. Then came the 4th of July barbecue. My wife and daughter ran to town for more ice, leaving me completely alone in the garage with Julian. The silence was brutal. I was tinkering with my vintage Chevy, totally ignoring him. Julian stood there awkwardly shifting his weight. After what felt like 10 years, he pointed to my beat-up cooler and asked, "Hey, is there a beer in there?" I was completely shocked, but I tossed him a can. He took a long sip and out of nowhere, started telling me this hilarious story. He told me about how he tried to take my daughter camping, panicked when he saw a harmless little squirrel, and ended up booking a cheap motel room at 2 in the morning. He laughed at himself so hard, I couldn't help but chuckle. That broke the dam. I told him about the time I tried to cook my wife a romantic dinner and accidentally set the kitchen curtains on fire. 1 beer turned into 3. 3 beers turned into 5. I realized Julian wasn't bad at all. Sure, he didn't know a wrench from a screwdriver, but he adored my daughter, and he didn't take himself too seriously. When the girls got back, they found us sitting on the tailgate. Julian had grease smeared across his forehead, and we were loudly belting out a classic country song. My daughter just stared at us, totally shocked. Julian looked right at my wife and yelled, "Your husband is a legend!" That was the exact moment he won me over. Now, I wouldn't trade that city boy for the world.